Hello, this is Greg Allison with Green Greg's coming to you live on the 26th of August 21. Time on deck is 15:5600 hours Central Daylight Time. And my friends, attacks have begun. We have been attacked at the Kabul airport in Afghanistan. Many of you may have already know about this. So I'm going to get all into it. I just wanted to come live and show this to you. I'm going to have to talk about things that do not permit me to monetize this video. So if y'all can help me out, that would be appreciated. But they don't permit you on this platform to have a monetized video where you're talking about recent terrorist activity that has killed people. But that's where we got to go, because that's exactly what's happened. As I promised to you, it's a proposition of my channel to help you survive, thrive, and stay out of the hive. And sometimes that entails bringing you breaking news. You may say, Greg, what's this got to do with us here in America? Well, these are Americans that are dying in Afghanistan right now. Many more may come, and there may be hostage situations coming out of this. Furthermore, we may see this coming here, guys. We're about 2 weeks and about a day or two from 9/11. Depending on whether you want to count the day or not. Really, a day. 2 weeks and a day from 9/11. What's going to happen? Is anything going to happen here? I don't know, but you can bet this: Afghanistan has gotten unstable. These attacks have been perpetrated by a group called ISIS-K, apparently, and that stands for a whole new ISIS group out there. So there's several groups out there that even outside the control of the Taliban. And as we know, the Taliban gave a safe harbor to the Al-Qaeda group once upon a time. So what's happened? Hey guys, before we get all into this, well, basically there's been 60 Afghan killed and 12 Americans, but count keeps going up. And I hope like 140, 150 Afghans wounded. All right, so let's get into this. But first, if you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe and bang the notification bell and click all, so you can get my updates and videos, because I bring you this news so you'll know that you need to prepare. You need to get ready, and it may be coming here. So maybe hopefully start taking it serious and spread the word with your friends. So share my videos, please. And also, in order to help you, I do bring you great deals. I got prepwithgreg.com with special deal right now, $300 off a 3-month supply of food that lasts you 25 years. Right now, you may really need this, guys, because we may be getting hit here in the United States. We may lose our power grid. You need to think about stuff like this. 3-month supply of this, $300 off, is a great bargain, because this is 2,000 calories a day. This is from My Patriot Supply. They're simply the best in the market, because they have the widest selection of long-term storage food of anyone, bar none. And they have the best, most portable, storable packages of anyone. Guys, a lot of them have these great big crates they send it to you, and you can't hardly move. Your kids can carry these, guys. Your kids can carry them. So keep that in mind. And also, you can bug out with them. They all come in nice little carry pouches inside. Prepwithgreg.com, click the My Patriot Supply logo, go in and find other deals there. You won't find specials, that kind of savings. You can also get a 25% off of a 1-month supply. Okay. So enough said with that. Let's talk about what's happening here. And then we'll talk about prepping a little bit at the end. And I'm going to stay here long, guys. I'm live here, so I can bring it to you without having to load this. I'm not permitted to take a break at work until 3 o'clock, or lunch break. But anyway, so here we go, guys. As I said, there has been in Kabul 60 Afghans and 12 U.S. troops killed that we know of. And apparently there were 2 suicide bombers. Well, they weren't all at the airport. Now, see, there's the misnomer. One of them was at a hotel that Americans were staying in. 2 suicide bombers attacking. And so what they were doing is they attacked the crowds, mostly Afghans, flocking to the airport, still trying to get loose, even though the Taliban said the Afghans couldn't go anymore. There's still, throngs of Afghans out there trying to get through. So this happened earlier today. This is Thursday. And it made a real horror scene there at the airport where this occurred. So there was 11 Marines and 1 naval medic that got killed on the U.S. side. And what they're telling us is this death toll could grow. They're told the injured and the dead. And I've been seeing these numbers coming in for the past few hours. I've been seeing articles fly across, stuff on monitor. And quite frankly, I've been seeing this number go up. So this is still breaking, still developing, and who knows what else might be coming out, guys. So this is what we know to date. One of the bombers struck people that were standing in some knee-deep, fetid, basically sewage-type water, and under the sweltering sun. I mean, that's what these people are going through to try to get to the airport, through all kind of nastiness. And so when they were attacked. Their bodies just fell into that mess, and other people had to drag them out. That mess with blood all over them, and a lot of injured following that. And guys, that's Infection City. If you survive the blast, you're wounded and you're standing in that nasty water and that stuff's getting all in you. That's not good. That's not. That's awful. That's horrible. Western officials also warned of a major attack before that. Tell people to leave the airport in some cases. So get that, guys. People were told to leave the airport. So there's a whole lot of dimensions to this. So I'm going to show you some articles with y'all in a little bit on these things. So right now surgeons are working on the injured. They'll be working into the night to try to save people. Some of them won't make it. So this could go up. We don't know how many more. Pentagon spokesman John Kirby said that one explosion was near the airport entrance, another was a short distance away at a hotel. So it's not just the airports, guys. So even though they're telling us to stay away from the airports, you're not safe even anywhere right now over there. It's just plain flat not safe. The second second explosion was at a hotel known as the Barron Hotel, and a lot of Americans were there. So maybe that's why that was the target. So that's what you need to know. And one of the guys, this former Royal Marine from the British side, said, all of a sudden we heard gunshots and our vehicles were targeted. And our driver had not turned around and would have been shot in the head by a man with an AK-47 had he not turned around. So guys, this is what's happening. I mean, so there's attacks, there's gunfire, there is bombings, all kind of nasty stuff going on. One person says, we have to find a way to evacuate because our lives are in danger. This is somebody said, a lady named Sadat. My husband received several threatening messages from unknown sources, and we have no chance except escaping. Yeah, so this is the kind of things people are facing over there. The Taliban have already begun seeking those who have worked for NATO, one person said, and they're looking for them house by house at the night. So they're going around house to house. So nobody's safe over there, guys. That's what we're getting at. Yeah, let's kind of get into this. Let's share some articles. The articles I'm going to share for a little bit earlier. I'm reading some breaking news here, guys. I'm going to hit the share screen. We're going to go into some articles, and I'll check some of the stuff y'all were saying in the chat. Here we are, guys. These articles are a little bit older, so the numbers might be a little bit smaller. But this one is from a British Daily Mail. It's .uk. I'll tell you what, the Brits are hopping mad at us. They're hopping mad because we didn't really inform them that we were about to pull out. We just suddenly pulled our troops out, and we didn't coordinate with them. And let me tell you, it's not just the conservatives, the liberals over, such as even Tony Blair is hopping mad. Of course, Neil Farage, Boris over there, they're all hopping mad at us about this. And they're saying, hey, they will not be an ally with America as long as we have the current POTUS. This man right here. They said, as long as this man's in charge, nope, no more alliances with America. They're not cooperating with us on the military. Hey guys, we still got over 3.5 years to go, and we got China staring down our throat, and we suddenly losing our ability to have allies. This is horrible. That's a whole nother video. I could go all into that and some other things. But see, supposedly Biden went silent. Oh, maybe he's come out and said something now. ISIS blasted. That number has increased even since this article. That number has increased. Multiple children leaves faltering evacuation plans in tatters. President Biden had council meetings this morning to talk with his Pentagon chiefs. It's unclear if Biden will now withdraw troops, leaving the 1,000 Americans stranded, or keep them there and risk more attacks. Now, see here, guys. Here's another thing: is the number that has changed a lot. Our State Department can't tell us how many people are over there. So how do they revise it down from 11 to 50,000 to 1,000? I'm really curious to see how that happened. I'm thinking there's tens of thousands of Americans still over there. Other NATO countries begged him to extend his August 31st deadline, but he refused. Norway, Poland, and Canada have all stopped evacuating citizens from Afghanistan. Biden is adamant he can get everyone out by the 31st of August, but offer no plan of how he will do it. Well, and now we see this is breaking apart. So I don't know, guys. This has got people just rolling mad overseas and here at home. So I talked about this. So I'm not going to read the numbers there because now we know these numbers are different than what I'm reading here. So he's meeting, of course, with Lloyd Austin and Milley Vanelli, General Milley Vanelli, who notice I don't have a lot of care for these days. So you can see Republicans are angry. I'm expecting some Democrats to be angry too. I'm not going to scan down. There's a lot of content in this article. I'm not going to scan below because the pictures are ugly. There are pictures that are ghastly below this point. So we're just going to stop right here in this article. This one talks about this 2 suicide attacks. This is AP from Russian reports. And to be carried out by the Islamic State. And again, I said that's ISIS-K. It's a whole new band of ISIS. And we wiped out one band, the other bands are popping up. It's kind of like whack-a-mole. Guys, when you go in with your Predator drones and you wipe out innocent people, you're not making friends, guys. You're just not making friends. The second blast is at or near the Barron Hotel. So, yeah, which includes Afghans, Britons, and Americans. So, yeah, that's another case that the guy talks about, the same guy they're quoting there. So Biden was in the Situation Room much of the morning. Somebody comes here, a 2-year-old daughter outside the airport. We have to find a way to evacuate. I already read from that. I was looking at another AP article more up to date. Here's what scares me, guys. Look at this. Dozens. Oh, shit, I hate that. It's terrible. You open a video and a channel, the first thing it does, start playing some wonky video. Stop. Supposed to be stop. Okay. So we got dozens of California students and parents stranded in Afghanistan after summer trip abroad. We're talking, I guess these like high school kids, guys, and they're from different schools in California. We're talking kids, boys, girls, parents. These are innocent civilians, and they're stranded. They don't know how to get out, apparently. And they come from several different schools in California. We can see. Before this happened, this article came up before that happened. Americans at Kabul airport gates urged by U.S. Embassy in Afghanistan to leave immediately. We're told to leave. Yet here's the thing, we're told to get out. We're getting out, but you better leave. You got to leave, but we're getting out. We're going to leave you behind, but you better leave the airport. That's what keeps happening. And they got to get through these crowds to get there in the first place. I guess, was that one of the choke points right there everybody's to get through? I don't know. I hear there's like 50,000 people thronging around the airport trying to get out. And you got the Taliban is the first level they got to get through to get in, and then they're being hit by other groups on the way. So this is not good, guys. Wow. Senior Afghan official, Afghan government, not Taliban, still legitimate authority. Well, it's still, some people purporting to be of the Afghan government, but they're not in Kabul, apparently, or not much. We do know that the vice president fled to the Northern Alliance and has declared himself president since the actual president fled the country. I guess that's the way secession's supposed to work. At least within the Northern Alliance, they're taking that. Here's what really worries me here. Now, this article was published yesterday. So this is a ticking clock, guys. Exclusive. We're leaving in 72 hours. It doesn't matter who's left on the ground, a former CIA official said. This is what he's been told. It don't matter who's left on the ground. We're leaving in 72 hours. Guys, this is nuts. This is scary. So former CIA officer Sam Faddis has claimed that American and Afghan allies stuck in Kabul may actually have far less time to evacuate. The terrorism expert told the Daily Mail he's been informed by civilian evacuation flights out of Afghan are set to end in 3 days, not August the 31st. So the last flights are for the military people. So the civilians have got less time to get out. Yet we're telling them they can't be at the airport. We're saying, don't come to the airport, stay away from the airport. But if you're not here, you're not going to get out. Guys, this is a travesty. There's something grossly wrong with the situation. You can't tell me that this is acceptable. Biden finally orders U.S. troops to what? Okay, that banner scanned too fast. But this is what we're talking about. This is the guy right here who's making the claim, Sam Faddis. And he claims this is what he's a former CIA guy saying this is what he's hearing from other operatives he knows in the agency see him elsewhere. So maybe he's got a good contact. I don't know. But, oh yeah, that's us. All right. So let me stop the sharing. We'll just talk for a few minutes here, guys. So just chat for a few seconds. Hello. What does this mean? What's this mean for us? What's this mean in general? For one, I don't have, we've been putting out those confusing messages for days saying, don't go to the airport. The airport's not safe. Wait a minute. Wait a day or two. Wait. Now, boom, 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 boom. So now it's really bad. And yet, we'll leave right now. Stay away. Yet we're leaving. We're going to be gone now in probably a couple of days. But yet you can't come through the airport. If you get to the airport, you can't get through the crowds there and the ISIS or whatever, the Taliban. This is a tragedy. This is a fiasco. It's a fiasco of the highest order. The UK rag was calling it shambolic. They are bashing Biden hard. That's what they call it, shambolic. So this is an ugly situation. It's horrible. I'm saying the same thing over and over. Pardon me. This is rough, and it's just hard to swallow. So let's look at this. We are at several points of risk. Well, we're at risk of more attacks on our citizens there. Look, if you're in Afghanistan, let me just say it this way. If you're in Afghanistan and you're not trying to get to that airport, and me, I'd say, damn the torpedoes, full steam ahead. If you don't get out of that country, you're really going to be at risk. They're already going door to door looking for people. That's been stated by multiple sources. Already going door to door looking for people. When we pull out, oh, no holds barred. It won't just be the Taliban. And oh yeah, they got lists. Somehow they got the name list. How did they get that? People over there, people that work with us on the Afghan side too. So our Afghan friends and allies that helped us there, and our people that are over there are all at grave risk that they can't seem to get out. Guys, you're either going to be held hostage or you're going to be dispatched terminally in the worst sort of way. It probably will be ugly. If I were there, I would be doing I would say the heck with what's going on there. Yeah, there's some risk, what. So 140 people out of 50,000 or how many around the airport got taken out. I think my odds are still better if I push through and take that risk than risk sitting on my hands until they come get me over in Afghanistan. Then your chances will be far, far dimmer. If you're left behind, your chances are going to be extremely grave. You're going to be in a very bad situation. You'll either be dead or wish you were dead, unless maybe you know how to live off the land in the desert, not get seen. If you can be the ultimate stealth person and you can hide out, but like if you're an American and your hair looks like this, you might have a hard time blending in, unless you wear a full body burqa. That might be your way. But if you're wearing a full burqa, you got to be escorted. Now, yeah, a woman can't be walking around the street unless she's got a man escort. So yeah, that probably ain't going to work too good. Probably isn't going to be a good cover. Guys, this is ugly. The people there, if I were there, I would be doing everything I could to get to that airport. I would be pushing through the crowd if I had to. I would be doing my dangest. Get up that check gate and look at Taliban guy straight in the eye and says, hey, I just want to go home. Let me get out of here. If I were left behind, I would hide out and go tactical. You know what I mean? I wouldn't just sit around in my house or my hotel room waiting on a knock on the door. If you're over there and you can't get out and you're just sitting around waiting on somebody to knock on your door, you're in trouble. You're in trouble anyway. There is no good answer to this. If you are left in Afghanistan, you are in serious, grave trouble. And I think everybody knows that. It's something we can't get. So why aren't Americans sending out special forces to rescue people? I'll state that again. Why aren't we pushing our way through? Why don't we start pulling our military out first before we start evacuating people? We've already pulled forces out. Yeah, we sent some back. Well, we could have sent a whole lot more back to get an orderly evacuation. There should have been an evacuation plan. We didn't do an evacuation plan. We didn't coordinate with our allies. We just started pulling out. The Afghan fell, and the Taliban swept in a flash. Wow. We're supposed to plan for the worst case scenarios. We didn't. We should have been pulling civilians out weeks ago. So you got to go. Come now. Out. Let's go. And look what's happened. It's a fiasco. Now, what else can happen? Like I said, 9/11 is 2 weeks and a day away. Now, it might be that they have a hard time marshaling the resources to do anything appreciable over here on this side of the pond before then, maybe. But I assume their sleeper cells already here. And it's quite possible that some bad things will start going down here. In the long term, I'm expecting bigger things down the road as they get organized and start getting that equipment they've taken from us, accommodated from us, in their possession, and get more handily adapt to it. Guys, it could be real ugly. It could get real ugly. That's why you need to prepare, guys. And that's why I brought you this video. You really need to take your preparation seriously. If it was just a terrorist attack on one spot, those terrorism works by taking advantage of making a hit on one place and scaring everybody over across the whole population. It's like the tunnels in Moscow. I was riding subways in Moscow, and they got attacked just before I was hitting them about checking, and 22 people were killed. And one of the ladies said, "Aren't you afraid to ride in the subway?" I said, 22 people out of 1 million that rides in these subways a day? No way. That's safer than riding on the roads in America. No, I'm going to ride the subway. I don't care. Chances I'm going to see anything are like, I got worse risk riding my roads. So you got to bear that in mind. But see, the fact was it terrorized a lot of people. But if the terrorist event can bring down our power grid, then it can affect us all. That's what we got to worry about. That's the kind of stuff they're contemplating, guys. So, and that's where you need to prep. That's what you need to get ready for, is if they come over here and they hit our water supplies, our fuel lines, our gas lines, do something to affect our major food resources, like the granaries, and but mostly the power. The power is the linchpin to everything. If they hit our power, we are in deep kimchi, and they know that. So, by the way, kimchi is pretty good, but that's just an expression that some people in the military used to use. So, yeah, the prospects here are great, guys. Get ready, prepare now. Just do the best you can. Hope and pray for the best, but be ready for the worst. Let's just hope that they don't get it organized, and maybe trip over themselves, and it just don't come to pass. But guys, look what's already happened. It's already begun. It's already begun. It's beginning to hit the fan right now. It's hitting the fan, at least in this degree. And then there's still talk of lockdowns, and there's this and there's that. We got supply chain breakages all over the country because people aren't showing up to work at the companies that need help make things work and move. The country's falling apart. There's talk of more lockdowns. Whether they happen or not, I don't know, because many people don't want that to happen. But we'll just have to see how that, it may be in pockets. Certain states will probably put up lockdowns. That's what will happen. Some more. What will the federal government try to do? Their power is limited, supposedly. They try to find every way they can to worm around it and to do things that probably aren't in accord with the 10th Amendment. But all that aside, hope I'm not buffering. I got a lot of memory in play here on this computer. So let's check the chat room here, see what folks are saying real quick. I'm not going to stay here long. 125 watching. I thank y'all for that. Like I said, I'm not going to monetize this video because the topics I've covered here will not permit it. But I had to bring them to you guys. I can't monetize this video at all because of what we're talking about. When you talk about a recent terrorist event, anything that happened at 9/11 or after, and you talk about things that happen to people, it's not permitted. Dr. G-Man, how you doing? Good to see your Space Force logo. And look, I got one on the cup now, given to me by Granny Lana. Sweep says, hi, Greg. Brother man, we've been getting here. If you haven't noticed, our kids are brainwashed. Half the adults are too. Yep, Steve, you're on to it. It's a shame. That's why we got to start taking it back, trying to talk some sense into our neighbors and kids, guys. It's got to start from somewhere, and we're it. We got to, take this country and get it educated again. The only thing I can say is I really feel bad for the families of our soldiers who have fallen because they have been in the game and got sacrificed for a shorter game. There's a lot of those Gold Star families are hopping mad right now. And now there's more Gold Star families in the making. I have all alerts on this channel and didn't receive a notice. Oh, wow. Yeah, sometimes I think I'm shadow banned, guys. Of course, hello, Greg. I mean, I do get people tell me to get alerts, and I get some people say they didn't get alert. Now, this is a live stream. You should have got an alert. Back to square one, great blunder. Yeah, I think we're further back to square one, guys. I think we're square and negative something. Thank you for the update in chat. Dogface Pony Soldier 19 says war. Guys, I don't know. I suppose when we're trying to pull out, this may just make it flare worse. And we may pull out entirely, but if they make a huge hit on this country, Americans don't take that well. Look, when the two Twin Towers fell, 2 towers in America fell, 2 nations in the Mideast fell, and we stayed over kicking them for 20 years. So, yeah, we might have much taste for it, but if something else happens here, who knows? Proxy war, yeah, maybe something like that. But, you know, we got big fish to fry, guys. We got to face up to China now, and now we've lost our allies. They don't want to play with us anymore. They don't respect us. They've lost the respect, and that's what the leaders in Britain are telling us, and it includes the liberal leaders in Britain. You know, the ones that you would think would side with Biden. Like take Tony Blair, he is very upset. Neil Farage, of course, has said that hey, they're not going to work with our military. You know, they just don't want anything to do with us now. They're mad. They should go to Petra. Oh, there you go, Sleeps. Rock City there. Yeah, it is a mess. They're trying to keep our young and healthy men fighting for his mile away out there. So they can keep our kids indoctrinated because their parents are away or concerned about the news, things that are distracting. I guess the stuff can come here. They're trying to continue. Let's keep our language here clean, guys. Half Americans are not going to take that. And that's part of it too, guys. Who knows? Who knows? Andrew Solly. What doom and gloom did I miss today? Well, Andrew, we're just talking about what's going on right now. And this ain't projection. Well, I'm just a projection now, but we've been talking about what's going down in Kabul. You missed a bomb going off and all the propaganda coming across the screens. Never waste a good crisis. Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, I'm just telling you guys, get ready. Get ready, because, yeah, they'll take advantage of this in some fashion. Bet on that. A Beverages, bless the dead and the wounded, mostly children suffer. Yeah, there's a lot of children actually got attacked. No blue lips. Yeah. I remember. Who knows? Yeah. Do I need to stay for this? Says Andrew. Well, Andrew, the message is you just need to prep. You prepare. We may find ourselves with a loss of the power grid here. Y'all take care and God bless. Let's see. ABC. Okay, so chasing me some. Okay. Can't really read everything out loud because it might get me in trouble on here. So why are we sending civilians to a war zone? Well, supposing we were nation building and we weren't, you know, just fighting the wars on the fringes, and people were there doing business with Afghanistan. Yeah, so much so we even had school kids over there. You know, it's not a good thing to have at a time like this. So, the only thing I know to do is if you've got a problem, start fixing them. If you got issues, get rid of them because it's coming home and it's been home. Yeah, that's pretty much it there, Steve-O. Steve-O's saying a lot here, guys. 3 days, not far. That's right, Andrew. So, Killer Ray, why would students go to Afghanistan? That's a good one. That's a good one. I don't know the answer to that. You know, I guess they really thought it was stable down out there. It was fairly quiet. And it was until the, you know, certain areas at least, until the Taliban swept in. Of course, the Taliban came in mostly from Pakistan, guys. That's where they were hiding out because they knew we wouldn't come and pound them in Pakistan because we don't want to ruffle feathers in Pakistan. So that's where they got nukes, and we've been afraid those nukes would get over and get loose and wind up in the hands of the Taliban. And it still might. It still might. There's people saying that's going to happen. Yeah, I don't know, guys. That's a bit of a stretch, but it could. These guys are going to send so much propaganda. They're going to try to fear, fear, fear. You can tell. Yeah, you guys don't tell what's going down there. There's all kind of things happen. It's going to be ugly. Ross Pro could help. Well, we don't have them around anymore, unfortunately. Wise-Al, look at all the mess. So many. Yeah, that's just it. It's just a big foobarb says that's the point. Foobarb, exactly. So, Lady M hired one high lady, Henry Casari. Let's see, talking about G-Man. Ray means they're going to get him from the 25th. Well, they might. They might. And then we got Sister Kamala. If that happens. You think Sister Kamala is going to do us any better? Is his being impeached as part of the plan? I don't know, guys. You know, will the Democrats go with that? I don't know if they go with it or not. Some say they'd rather have him than Kamala because Kamala is more unpopular than he is. So I don't know. The Democrats are in the pickle right now, and no doubt about that. Even worms are more civilized, says Mike. There you go. I got some very civil worms here. Civil worms. We're gonna have civil worms and civil wars. As I'm not for war, but you got to defend yourself. Walker Dogfish. The troops have been tracking chips and tracking chips on them. I hope not. U.S. military has been brainwashed. Yeah, there you go. Woke. Thanks to Milley Vanelli, General Milley Vanelli, and some others. Now, I don't know. General Chrosniak and I was talking about that outside of our recorded session. He thinks they might have got something on that. Because he encountered Mark Milley initially. Mark Milley seemed to be a good, straight up guy. So he's thinking they got something on it, something big. And that's how they run the operation out there. They get you, they get something on you, then they own you. They might have plans. Let's keep our heads on tight. Keep a hawk-like eye. Dr. G-Man, you're exactly right. They could have plans. You know, I'm thinking it might not be enough time to pull off a plan, but they could have already had one in place. Like, I have a lot of worms in the garden, but the birds, yeah, they will eat them. They will eat them in the garden. Christine Betts, hi, Greg. Sweeps thumbs up. Yeah, guys, we got 127 in the room and only 76 thumbs up. Help me out with some thumbs up. We need more of those. How you doing, Desert Rose? Desert Rose is such a sweetheart. Love the cup. Yeah, Dr. G, man. I expect you would love the cup. Same as your logo, same as my cap. All right, I need to hurry up for these notes here. Disgusted ex-Army here. Says Chris Chin. Ditto. Same here, buddy. I'm an ex-Army, and this is, to me, very disgusting. You know, we had leave no man behind. Leave no man behind. I also meant dead bodies. Don't even leave a dead body behind. Holy smoke, guys. What's happening? We're talking about leaving tens of thousands of live Americans, including, apparently, children. Getting notification, says Desert Rose. Oh, yeah, I think I'm being shadow banned. That's what's happening. Yeah, guys, I used to, when my channel was about a third as large as it is now, I got more views. My videos got more views then than I'm getting now. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, so give me a thumbs up. Help me out. All that kind of stuff does help. And share my videos, please. Yeah, thank you, Elton. Bobby Arnett says China was invited to Cuba. It seems to take the island back from the protesters. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by that. People in Cuba want to be free, guys. They don't want the communism anymore. People really want communism, except for the leaders, seem to be college students here in America, or those that's graduated. Nicholas Tracy says, glad you're covering this. Appreciate your work. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, just get ready. My main message in this is prep. Get yourself ready. Not call your congressman and tell them that this isn't acceptable. You know, what we ought to do is just tell the Taliban, says, look, we're the biggest nation on earth in terms of military. We are going to take our people home. You just need to stand by and let us get them out. We're going to come in. We're going to bring in more forces. Instead of bringing people out, we'll stop bringing people out. We're going to put in some serious forces, and we're going to take our people. And if you get in our way, you're not going to like it. You step aside and let's get our people out. That's all we're doing. We're not trying to run your country. We want to get out, but we want to get our people out. If you don't let us do that, then you're taking hostages, and we'll know we'll have to come here and fight you for them later. So we just might as well do it now. I mean, look at the Iranian guys. Iranian hostage crisis. I had all my gear packed up at Pope Air Force Base, ready to go over there. I thought I was going. And we did have a smaller scale attempted rescue with a total fiasco in Carter's ragbag army, and it just fell apart. Taliban is talking now. What are they saying? Apparently, it wasn't the Taliban that did this, though. They're claiming it's ISIS-K. They're claiming it could have been Taliban. Who knows? Could have been Al Qaeda. Who knows? But supposedly, ISIS-K claimed the bombings. For whatever that's worth. People, it's the 20th anniversary of 9/11. Hear me out. This entire elite, yeah, that could be dividing the nation. All kind of stuff going, guys. All kind of games being played. Who knows? There's all kind of games being played. Keep an eye. Yeah, I also got to watch what I say. I know I can't make this video monetized. I could say the wrong thing and no longer be here. Whew, no more green roots. It just takes the wrong word or maybe agreeing the wrong statements. I got to be careful. Wag the dog moment, guys. I don't know. Yeah, they're wagging our dog this time. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. A lot of people are worried about lots of ex-officials, U.S. officials in Kabul gave the Taliban a list of names. I've heard that. I have heard that. Now, is it true? I hope not, but if it is, they are going door to door. Fish more, fight less. There you go. That's why we need more worms, right? Happy birthday to your friend Lee Wilbarger. Oh, sweet. Lee's birthday. I have to say happy birthday to him. Greg, what are the principles of a Christian? What are the principles of a Christian on defending yourself and your family? You're always permitted to defend yourself. It's your duty to defend your family. It's your duty to defend your family. Turn the other cheek when somebody wants to hit you, and being slapped is nothing. If they want to kill you, that's a different matter. What do you want to do severe damage to? That's a different matter. If you want to damage your kids, your wife, your husband, if you're a female, whatever, that's a different matter. Defend them to the hilt. You know, according to Revelations, Jesus comes back with a saber coming out of his mouth. His words are like a saber. So, Revelations, you know, he takes no quarters. For the God a question about the Bible, what do I know about thou shalt not murder? Murder, and I would say that somebody drone strikes could be construed as murder. But, you know, you got to defend yourself, guys. You got to defend your people. I am against war. I'm against violence, actually, but you got to defend your people. The U.S. gave the Taliban, yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that about that list. So what's been said out there, it's hard to know. Jade Helm, Manchester Carrington. I don't know, guys. Sounds scary. I like civil worms. Says that kind of course. I agree with that. Least they can do is grab the tags of the fallen. Yeah, hopefully they'll be bringing them all home. That's what it ought to be. Alpha Omega, good question. Okay, let's see. Into space. Scrolling down. The real, I can say, Trojan horse ought to become us for at least a couple of generations. Could be. Could be. I'm telling you, your brain's a super collider. What, Steve-O? Oh, your brain's a super collider. Oh, Andrew. So the U.S. citizens are going to get stuck and left to die. That could well be. That's what I've been saying here for several days. I've been talking about that. Now, see that it's becoming more apparent. I don't claim to be very religious, but I've read the Bible quite a few times, says Steve. Oh, yeah, I hear you. Desert Rose, IMO, the general and soldiers know the right protocol to leave somebody thwarted it. Yeah, well, it's changing plans. You know, you get sometimes a civilian leadership trying to tell the military how to run things. And some of our top brass these days is you really got to wonder about. You know, like I've not been a big fan of Mark Milley, you noticed. He is the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest ranking military man in the U.S. military. General Mark Milley. You know, technically call him Milli Vanelli, you know, which is a fake band, Milli Vanelli. You know, they lip synced, if you remember, back in the 80s. Wow, so I'm gonna scroll down. We're gonna have to end this, guys. I got other stuff I gotta jump on. Oh yeah, by the way, we got oh, I'm down at the bottom now. That will make it painful, but also an honor to be in this. Yep. Biden speaking now, about time. World War III coming. And maybe eventually, I don't know if they are, if this may just, what this has done is weakened us. It's weakened our hand. We're facing China, and now Great Britain don't want to play games with us. So, and our allies aren't trusting us. So we really, really, really got ourselves in a pickle. If we find a way out of it quick. Everybody, we need to pray for this country. We need to pray for this country. We need to pray whether you believe in God or not. Hope you have faith in the power of prayer, power of intention, whatever you want to call it. Pray for this country. Pray for our troops and the civilians who are over there. Pray that they'll get out. Pray for the people. There's a lot of young, innocent people over there, kids. I don't care what side they're on, kids are innocent. Pray for all these kids over there. Look at Siberian fire, says Mike. You know, somebody done somebody wrong. So yeah, there's a whole lot of somebody done somebody wrong right now. Just wait until they show you what the fortnight has been up to. Look like, oh. Well, we're going to be discovering a lot here in the next few weeks. Hopefully not so much. Anyway, pray for this country, guys. And call your congressman and tell them, hey, we need to change plans and get our guys out of Afghanistan at all costs. If we have to go back in later to liberate people, it's going to be a lot harder. It's going to be a lot harder. And the likelihood of it succeeding is somewhat less than absolute. You know what I mean? King of Kings, Lord of Lords, Alpha, the thing that's never, ever trust the British establishment. Oh, I know that. I know that. But, you know, supposedly they've been our biggest ally. But, guys, yeah, we ain't got much in the way of allies anymore. We really shook them. Children should never suffer. I agree with Desert. I agree. See, over there, they're doing this to kids. They're even pulling kids out of the house and the checkpoints and attacking them. Which makes no sense. It'll blow your mind. You know, I think our minds are getting blown, guys. But in a way, this kind of tells us what we might be facing, the kind of stuff that might be coming here. So if it happens and you see it, hopefully you won't go into shock. You'll be able to keep your wits about you and do the things that you need to do and get it done quickly, rather than stand there with like a deer in the headlights, and then you're going to be like a deer in headlights. You know what? There's the people that hunt at night with scopes, those awful poachers do. That's what they're looking for. So don't get poached, guys. Anyway, pray for the world. The only way to the Father is through the Son. All right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Children of the future. Look, we should have a bright future. So all this is senseless. All this is senseless. We shouldn't be fighting over, you know, matters of faith and religion. That's not something to fight over. Maybe to debate over. You know, how do you win hearts and minds at the point of the spear? That's what we're sword. That's the kind of thing that's going to happen at the end of a muzzle. It's nigh or not, depending on your accent. All right, guys. We're going to end now. I really want to thank everybody for watching. Like I said, I'm not going to be able to monetize this video. You do need to consider prepping. You need to really get your preps in order. You don't know, the supply chains are unraveling right now already. I could do a whole video on that. And I predicted that. I predicted that. Talk about our nation's disintegration 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I predicted how if we just start throwing money around, people would quit working and the country would just start unraveling. And that is happening today. Well, I got chastised by a lot of people for that. They just really skewered me out. I say blah, 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 blah. Well, voila, we're there. We're there, guys. You know, jeez. All right, guys. General Chrosniak tonight. It's not going to be live tonight because we got a big PowerPoint presentation, and we'll go through the PowerPoint presentation. Yeah, his video that I did with him earlier. It's still not monetized. Last I checked a little bit ago, that video is still, even though I filled it, so there's didn't make anything off that video, guys. But at least it got some word up to you guys. And, this one, I also didn't monetize the one with the street teacher because we talked about 9/11 and talked about numbers, and that's for voting and for a monetized video. I didn't think I got to voting talking to the general earlier, but they still haven't monetized it. It's still under review. Of course, now if they do monetize, it ain't gonna make no difference. It ain't gonna get any more viewers. It's no difference now. It's just, it is what it is. So I'm gonna have to come up with some other ways to keep this channel going. Maybe I go to Patreon or something. I got to get something else happening here, guys. But the platform has not been too friendly to us. Time is near. Andrew, buying that, eh? The collapse is imminent, says the time is near. Well, we've definitely got some financial issues and a lot of other stuff going on. We are in for a rough ride, guys. So batten your hatches, buckle up, have your prep stuffed up, and just be ready. But don't panic. Don't lose your head. If you lose your head, you just might lose your head, literally. And never be don't be scared. Be prepared. That's the main message. So everyone, thank you so much, and y'all take care. Have a great day, and stay tuned tonight. Tonight, General Ken Chrosniak and I will be talking about power grid defense. With all this stuff going on, yeah, the sun's clicking out flares right now. We're going to have one raise us on the edge next day or two, and we got all this other stuff going on. Yeah, power grid, guys, pay attention to it. So stand by again for another video with General Ken Chrosniak. Hey guys, I got a little bit channel. Who else brings you generals and ambassadors and all the people like I bring you guys? So stay tuned, share my videos, and thank y'all for watching.